So this question is from Google. So you're given an integer array and also an integer target. You want to return the length of the shoulders contiguous array with the sum equal to a target. So ideally, this is not a difficult question, but what happens if you have a negative value? Somehow you want to handle it, right? Anyway, it's still not going to be really difficult. So what you need to do is you want to just basically keep adding your current integer, the current index value, into the prefix sum, and then make sure when you want to take away from the subarray, so you want to know that when's your subarray starting index and also ending index. So what you need to do, like for example, you add 1 and you add 2, add 3, add 4, add 5, right? You add, and then what you need to do is basically you want to, if a subarray is starting from here, right? Then you want to know that you want to remove everything before him. So for example, the prefix sum at this index is 0, right? There's no prefix sum, right? And the prefix sum for this one is 1. Prefix sum for this one is 3. Prefix sum for this one is 6 and 10. Alright, so again, this is a prefix sum, right? But what you want to know is when you take away your prefix sum at this index, so if you want to start from here, right, you want to take away all of this beforehand, right? I'm just making an example, don't look at the target value. So that should be the the idea. Or you can use a sliding window. So you have a 2-pointer, different color. So basically you want to shift your right pointer first. So shift it right, you add 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, and 6 plus 4, that would become 10, and then 10 plus 5 is 15. Alright, now you know your current sum is 15, and then your target is 12. So 12 is less than 15. Now you're starting shifting on your left pointer one at a time, and every single time you shift, you want to subtract whatever the current sum you have. So 15 minus 1 will become 14, still greater than 12, right? And then 14 minus 2 is going to be 12, right? And then you know, oh, it's a match. And then once this match, you want to find out the distance, which is going to be j minus I plus 1, because base index is 0, right? Alright, so these are two solutions. I'm going to just quickly, go over the one of the methods. So yeah, I can start from the prefix sum. Okay, right here. So I'm going to define if the nums array is null. If this is true, then return 0, and set a minimum length by default max, and then I have a prefix map. So if you add every single value in the nums array, it could be a large value. So what I'm using is the long. Set the default map to 0 to -1, because what happens if the first value is the value you want? Like the prefix sum for this one is 0, right? So you want to use your current index, which is going to be 0. Subtract the default 1 minus 1, so 0 minus 1 is positive 1, right? So you will get index 1, length of 1. Alright, so every single time I add the current nums, I will put it into the map. I want to find out what is the prefix sum minus the target. So just make sure like what are the diff I want to find out, like diff, and then find out what is the diff value that you have stored in the map. If you didn't, then you just don't care. If you do, then you just basically take this index. So at this moment, I and j might not be clear enough. So this will be the starting index. I will be the ending index. So it's going to be ending index plus minus the starting index, and then this will be updated. And In this case, let me run it. 31022. That's correct. So let's probably just quickly identify what are the test cases. So 12, this is the answer. 5 is the answer. 10, there's no answer. 7, this must be an answer, or this must be the answer, and then the mean for this is 2. 1, this will be the answer. This might be the answer as well. I believe that it, right? Yeah, that's it. So the answer is 2 right here. Alright. So perfect sum will be this perfect sum solution, and the sliding window, creating a left pointer and a current sum, and also I still have the min length, and then this will be a right pointer, and what I need to do is just keep adding the current sum. If my left less than right, and also my current sum is greater than target, it has to be greater, because if that is equal, I want to take out, right? And then make sure I do the mean and then calculate the difference. And current sum will just minus equal the left pointer if I want to shrink. And later on, this will be, you know, like you will definitely break out at least scenario, right? And then you just shift until the right pointer until the end, and then make the same judgment call to make sure you update the min length when you return. So let me run it. Yeah, so the solution are the same. There are no difference. So for this solution, the time will be all of n, and this one might be another all of n, right? When you keep shifting the right until the last index, and then once you reach the last index, you start shrink your left index until the left index minus 1. So this could be possible all of n squared, right? So time is on n squared, space is constant, and this one will be better. Space will be all of n, stored in every single value. The pair, which is you know, the perfect sum and then the index in a map, and then this will be a space. This will be a time, all of n. This is constant. So time and space are the same, all of n. So it's whether or not you want to take a trade-off for the time or space. Like this will be convenient for space, but this will be convenient for time. So that's the solution. Alright, see you.